already there. So I think it's live probably now. So we are definitely live. How's it going, guys? So now today is our next four picks. The 9th, the 10th, 11th, 12th pick. Let's start off with the 9th pick, which would be OG Billy Witch Doctor. You know what this guy is? You know whose team this is?
Yes.
Whose team is this?
7.
The 7th is the 9th pick. This is Daddy's team. You like my team?
Yes.
Is it good? Good keepers?
Yeah.
Is it the best?
Yes.
There you go, guys. It's over. I got the best keepers. It's that simple. Got my expert opinion here. Much better than mine. But let's check them out anyway. So these are my keeper options for this year. As you can tell, at quarterback, I can keep the long con himself, Patrick Mahomes, in the 13th round when he is going in the 2nd round in fantasy drafts. He's actually going in the 1st round in a lot of drafts. So who knows? But that's okay. So I got that guy. And then at running back, I got some interesting options here. I can do Melvin Gordon in the 1st round, even though he's a 2nd round running back, which might not be a bad idea because, you know, if I'm keeping running backs in later rounds, that would be a good one. But he's holding out, so probably not going to keep him unless TV signs real fast. I got David Johnson. I traded for him, so I don't get the whole non-drafted thing. I have to keep him in the 1st round. I have to give up my 9th pick. Though he's going in the 1st round, the 5th pick, which is actually interesting. I do like David Johnson, to be honest. So that's a nice little spot. But then again, I got my long con part 2, Darius Geis. So I keep in the 14th round when he's going in the 5th round. I think that's been falling. He was going in the 3rd or 4th round a couple weeks ago. I think I'm just going to keep falling because he has after surgery got infected, some of the stuff in there. So either way, I'm keeping him anyway. I'm not expecting that much from him this year. Again, as I said, it's the long con. So this year, I just want to try to stay healthy. Adrian Peterson is still start. I don't care. Next year, though, this guy, 13th round, is going to be a monster. All right. And my wide receivers, I got Juju Smith-Schuster, who again I traded for, so I can keep him in the 2nd round. And he's drafted in the 2nd round. It's pretty much I have to pay full price to get him. But that's not a bad price. I can keep Corey Davis in the 7th, though he's going in the 8th. And I've kept Corey Davis 2 years in a row, and I think I'm done with that guy. I got Rob Anderson, who I didn't draft. So I keep him in the 7th round. He's going to 6th round. So a little bit of a discount. I actually do like Rob Anderson, but I got Mike Williams, who I did draft in the 10th round last year. And I am probably going to keep him because he's I'll be able to get him in the 9th round, and he's going in the 5th round. So I'm going to be able to get a 4-round discount on a guy who I think is going to be a nice breakout wide receiver 2 this year. So there you go. At tight end, I could keep David Njoku, who, you know, with Duke Johnson leaving, I'm a little bit more optimistic now. I wasn't that excited before about keeping him, but the truth is, again, I think Kittle, Ertz, and the other guy from San Francisco tight end, all those guys are going to get kept. I think Ernie Brown's going to get kept. So I was going to probably keep this because I'm going to have to because dude's a talent. He's a freak. So, and just an off chance that he actually does get targeted a lot, I was probably going to keep him, but we'll see what happens. Then I got Jacksonville in the 13th. As I said if you can keep a really good defense in the late rounds, these are the last 2 picks on keepers, you can do it. So, again, I might keep Jacksonville, though their schedule looks kind of nasty, so I probably won't. But we'll see. And then I also got Greg Zuerlein, who I keep in the 10th round. And then, again, that is a little bit expensive. Again, he is who I think is the number 1 kicker in the league right now. Not to say accuracy-wise, but just he's going to have a lot of chance to score. But my keepers is, again, I got 9th, 10th, 13th, and 14th. So, I mean, I'm going to have to be a kicker pretty much in the 10th or 12th round anyway. So I might keep him as well. We'll see what happens. So that's my team. Our next one is the Chicago Bears. This is Kristen. Did you say Kristen? Kristen. She's a girl. You like girls? Say, hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Come on, sit down. Say, hey, girl. Get your team right. That's right. You want these ones? Like this? You Who you playing Edward? Goodness gracious. Anyway, so this is Kristen's team, the Chicago Bears. And so she got Russell Wilson, who she can keep, or Mitch Trubisky. Again, she can keep Russell Wilson in the second round, which is kind of an overpriced because that team runs a lot because he's only going in the 7th round. So she probably couldn't keep him. As for Mitch Trubisky, she will be paying, honest to goodness, market value. She has the 158th pick in our draft. He is getting drafted at the 158th spot in most drafts. So there you go. And he's also her home team, the homer call. He's the Bears quarterback. So I think she should keep him. And she probably will because, you never know. Maybe he'll actually finally have a breakout year and he'll be a top 10 quarterback. I don't think so, but it's in the range of possibilities. So I see her keeping him. And then at running back, she has Marlon Mack and Adrian Peterson. Again, I do think Adrian Peterson is going to have a better year than a lot of people do. But in the 4th round, that's a little bit too much. And Marlon Mack, who she didn't draft, she got off the waiver wire. She can keep him in the 7th round when he's going in the 2nd round. I think that would be a really nice pickup. Again, the Colts, a lot of hangs on Andrew Luck's foot at this point. But if Andrew Luck's, if he's healthy, this guy's going to get plenty of touchdowns. And they should have games where they shouldn't get games scripted out of it because, Nadeem Hines, or how you pronounce that guy's name, their running back is like their Duke Johnson. He's a pass catcher. So if they're down, he'll get more run, or actually we'll get more passes. But either way, he'll get more plays on the field. But again, if Luck is healthy, Marlon Mack should be on the field quite a bit. And at wide receiver, she has Adam Thielen, who she's kept, I think, 2 years in a row now. She can keep him in the 5th round. He's going to 3rd. That's the 2-round discount from one of the top 10 receivers from last year, so nothing wrong with that. Though she could also keep Sterling Shepard in the 8th round, and he's going to 7th round. So she get a little bit of discount on him. And again, he could be, he's a little bit, I think he's going to miss a couple weeks. I think he's a little banged up. But when he comes back, he could be the next wide receiver 1 for the New York Giants. Even Golden Tate there, he might leave in a year. So she might want to lock him up for a couple years just to keep his value. But we'll see. And then she could keep Kyle Rudolph in the 4th round, but he's going in the 14th, so it's not really a need to do that. And this brings us to something. Don't pay too much for names you know. Kyle Rudolph is one of the few tight ends people actually know. Like, I know that guy. He's been in the league for like 8 years. But, dude, he's not worth the price. 4th round pick, not worth it. So, again, Adrian Peterson, same thing. He's not worth it. So, when you guys are pick out your keepers, don't just think about the name. Just because you know the name doesn't mean they're necessarily worth the pick. Look at the situation. Look at what they put up last year. Because Kyle Rudolph didn't put up that. I mean, he was 12th tight end last year or something like that. But who knows? So, it's, don't buy the name. Buy how you think you're going to do this year. All right. Our next one is Carlos. This is JJ's team. And here we go. Me and Carlos here, me and JJ, we had a little talk last year about him keeping Tyrod Taylor, and he did. And I told him, I said, look, man, you should do your own little long con and make sure you get Baker late. And he did. Real smart guy. So he can keep Baker Mayfield in the 13th round when he's going in the 5th round. And that's actually been going up a lot recently. So by the time we draft it, he'll probably be going in the 4th or 3rd round. So it's going to be a really good discount. The Browns, and everyone's excited. He should have a good year. I'm not saying he's going to have a top 3 year, but he should be in the top 10. Again, a top 10 quarterback in the 13th round, that's pretty good. Running back, you keep Leonard Fournette in the 1st when he's going in the 2nd. So you have to overpay for that. Mark Ingram, you keep him in the 2nd. He's going in the 3rd. So you have to overpay a little bit for that. They both are okay running backs. Again, Leonard Fournette, if he's healthy, will probably be really good, but he hasn't been healthy. Mark Ingram, I don't know. The Ravens, man, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, if they get behind, are they just going to – I don't know if the guy can really pass that well. I don't know. So a little sketchy, but he can knock down either one of those guys, or he could go with the James White route. He can get James White in the 10th round when he's going to 6th round. That's a really nice discount. But again, as I said about Sony Michel with, I think, Neal's team, I just only trust in the Patriots running backs. I never do. I never draft them. It's just kind of one of my things. But again, in the 10th round, at that point in our draft especially, you're not going to find anything better than that, even if he's just a plug-in for a bye week. So he can hold on to that guy. Not so bad a value. And at wide receiver, he's actually got some really nice options. He's got T.Y. Hilton he can keep in the 1st round. He's going to 2nd, so he's overpay a little bit for him. But again, if Luck's back, Hilton should be fine. Julian Edelman, keep him in the 5th. he's going the 4th. So it's a one round discount. But Julian Edelman, again, as long as that thumb's okay. So JJ Mo, check out the news report on his thumb. If his fingers are getting better, should be good to go. Michael Gallup, he was a Super Bowl MVP for Carolina. Michael Gallup, he get him in the 11th round. He's going to 13th round. Again, the only thing with this is we do have a Cowboys fan in our league, so there's a chance he actually would probably go a little bit sooner. And there is some dark horse sleeper appeal to Michael Gallup because he did have some nice games last year behind Amari Cooper. Plus, Amari Cooper might not get re-signed if they have to pay Dak $40 million and Ezekiel Elliott, $27 million. So Gallup in 11th round is not a bad choice. Tyler Boyd, he picked up with the waiver wire. You can keep him in the 7th round. He's going the 5th. So again, not any huge discounts as wide receivers, but he could lock up a good one because Boyd, Edelman, Hilton were all top 20 wide receivers last year. So you can lock up one of those guys and be set at one of his wide receiver spots. At tight end, he's got Jared Cook, who he can keep in the 14th round. And he's going the 6th round. Jared Cook, if you don't know, he just got traded to New Orleans Saints this year. Granted, last year he was in Oakland. He was like the only guy catching balls, kind of like the other tight end in San Francisco. I can't remember his name. Anyway, so Jared Cook, I think that's a really nice little spot. Again, you're getting your starting tight end in the second last round of the draft. He's going to be in the New Orleans Saints. He's not going to be Jimmy Graham prime, but he should still be legit. So that's a nice little pickup. And then for defense, he could keep Houston in the 12th. They're going 11th, so you get a little discount there. Or he could keep the Rams defense. But that would actually cost him his 6th round pick, that is a big insane. So I don't think it's going to happen, but he could keep Houston's defense. And that's not good. That wouldn't be bad at all. He could bookend that with Jared Cook in his last 5 rounds. All right. Our last one, we got 3 minutes. Okay. We got the Nuzzy Futz, Aaron squad. Let's see here. At quarterback, we got Sam Darnold and Nick Foles. So, Nick Foles, he didn't draft either one of them. He just picked them up. Again, they're both, because of a 7th round pick, they're both going in the late rounds. They both go in the 14th, 15th round. So, Sam Darnold, he can just let him walk and see what happens. But again, I'm actually a big fan of Sam Darnold. So, I might think about trying to keep him for a keeper, see what happens over this year. Because again, in our league, the top couple quarterbacks do go pretty early, and if Sam Darnold turns out to be one of those quarterbacks, he'll be drafted in the 3rd or 4th round next year. So you'll have a discount for a couple years. That's if he's good. So I'd think about that. At running back, he's got Todd Gurley. You keep him in the 1st, he's worth a 1st. Pretty much the same price. Joe Mixon, same thing. These guys in drafts go 11th, 13th. He has a 12th pick. So they're right where he's drafted anyway. He keep either one of them, or he can keep Aaron Jones. Again, we're Packer fans. I don't think this is. I forgot my little H here, the homer. He's probably going to keep him. Keep him in the 6th round. He's going in the 2nd round. Who knows if Aaron Jones is going to stay healthy? Who knows what the offense is going to look like? But dude, it's the Packers star running back. He's a Packer fan. 6th round, you just keep him. It's that simple. Stefan Diggs, you keep him in the 3rd round. He's going in the 3rd round. So again, no real discount. You just lock him in. You can just lock him in. Lock it and load it. Again, remember one thing about these picks, this is their ADP. So again, our draft with us, like people like me keeping Mike Williams, someone else might keep, Odell Beckham. This guy would probably go a little bit higher in our draft. So keep that in mind, all these numbers. These are going to be a little skewed when we do our draft. And then at tight end, he has Evan Ingram and Vance McDonald. Neither one of them drafted. So you could keep either one of them in the 7th round. And that's the thing. And they're both, Evan Ingram's going the 5th. Vance McDonald's going the 7th. So Vance McDonald, he paying full price for. Evan Ingram, he get a discount for. But Evan Ingram's on the Giants, and Giants look like they're going to suck. Vance McDonald's going to be in Pittsburgh where they lost, Antonio Brown. He might pick up some of that slack. They're both dark. They're both sleeper picks. A lot of people love Vance McDonald. A lot of people love Evan Ingram. He can keep either one of them. Should be good to go. And then he had Lamar Jackson. He could have kept him in the 13th round if he didn't drop him last year, or if he would have tried to trade me to get him back. That's what I'm talking about, guys. If you get rid of your players, keep tabs on them, especially at the end of the year. If you know someone's not using them, try to trade them back. Try to get something for it. That's why we have draft pick trading. You can always give them something. All right, I'm at 14:45. My co-host left me to go do some jump roping. I got to get off here under 15 minutes. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.